Hey mamas, I'm Rebecca and you're watching the Reseller Mom Show. Thanks for joining me today for another What Sold Fast on Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari for May 5th through May 11th. Thanks for joining me again. I appreciate all of the views and all of the support on the channel, and I'm going to dive right in and try to keep it very short for you. Just to let you know what we have coming up here, we have one item that sold this week for $100, which was very exciting. I also have $300 in non-online sales that I'll talk briefly about, but I also just recorded another video specifically about it, and I will let you know on Instagram when that's coming up. I still have some work to do on it, and then that will be live to explain that in full. And then we have the Macy's liquidation, which has been on fire, according to me, this week, and I'll share a little bit about that as well, and then I'll be recording a separate video specifically about that due to some requests that I received. So let's jump right in. For the sales this week, everything sold in less than 2 weeks that I'm going to show you. These are eBay, Poshmark, and Mercari. We're going to start right now with a Poshmark sale, Arizona jean embroidery jacket with rhinestones, just a really pretty embellished jean jacket, sold for full price for $29. On eBay, a new with tags J. Crew pencil skirt. I love the J. Crew pencil skirts. Those always do really well. This sold for a best offer of $19.50. 99% sure that was first class, and I do free shipping on my first class items for eBay. We have a pair of Democracy Girlfriend skinny jeans, distressed, medium wash, low rise, and those sold for a best offer of $15. Probably that was 15 plus shipping since they're jeans. Sold on Mercari, an Under Armour performance pair of little booty athletic shorts, and that was a best offer of $15. I do free shipping on Mercari, but they're super light, and so it didn't cost much to ship. And again, this was a very quick sale. Oh, I'm not telling you the days. Sorry. I knew I was missing something. It was going too fast. The Arizona jacket sold in 12 days. The J. Crew pencil skirt sold in 8 days. The Democracy jeans sold in 6 days, and now we're caught up. The Under Armour shorts sold in 6 days as well. So sorry. Then next we have a Boohoo kind of sheer floral dress, kind of like really pretty print with like dragons on it. And that sold for an offer of $18, free shipping since it was first class, and that sold in 6 days. These were really interesting. So most of the other items, I really, again, am working toward trying to figure out how I can track where the source is. It's just very difficult because I give the items most of the time to my photographer, and she has her own sorting process, and so it's difficult to keep track of the source of the item to be able to share with you where this item came from, because I don't remember from day to day. So I do know that these actually came from me buying out some merchandise from another Poshmark person, and PFF, Posh, or whatever, and she was going out of business, and I just seen one of those signs, and so I went into her closet and I liked a few items, and I think she had them on a 5 for $25 sale, and there were 6 items that I liked in her closet, and some of them were actually boutique items that she had multiples of, and I purchased 6 items for $30 from her plus the shipping on Poshmark. And these sold super quick for $30, and they were a small size, the 27. So I don't know why it says 727, but they sold really quickly. So I was really happy with that. There are some other boutique items that are still listed that have not sold, but these sold quickly. So those came from that particular source, which was another Poshmark person kind of going out of business. Everything else is either going to be from the bins, from a Fashion Maids box, from Goodwill Retail, possibly from a garage sale, but I haven't done much garage sales. And now I'm starting to go to consignment sales. So in the future, what sold, you'll start to see those items come up. But otherwise, everything's just your run-of-the-mill stuff. My average cost of goods is about $2 overall, and that includes boutique items and even items from the bins. My average bins item is usually between 80 cents and $1, just to give you that info. Back to the results. This is... Oh, and those white skinny jeans sold in 3 days on eBay. Next up is another eBay sale. This was 11 by Venus Williams, just kind of like a tennis score. I just picked it up because it was a really pretty pattern, this orchid kind of, pattern. And I just thought it was really pretty and different because usually they're so solid and color blocky. So I picked it up because of that. Then I saw it was Venus Williams and I looked up her comps and they seemed pretty good. Most of the comps were higher, kind of in the mid 20s. I think I did this on a haul or on a what I listed, but I took an offer of $19.50 and I'm fine with that. It was, a quick sale. It sold in 3 days again, and I'm happy with that. So, and that was free shipping on eBay. Next up is a little kid's 6-month size Patagonia polar fleece, which I just thought was so cute, and it was actually pretty dirty. Picked it up and I said, it's a little kid. I got it at the bins and it was dirty, and I said, let me at least try to clean it. It's so light because it's a little kid's and it could go for a decent amount of money. Let me go ahead and try to clean it. And I mean, all I did was throw it in the wash. I didn't do anything specific. And I sold it for $18. Again, this was a 3-day sale and I was fine with that. Because it's a kid's item, I didn't know how much more it would actually go for, and I didn't look for a lot of comps on it. So I was happy with the $18. It barely cost me $1. And I threw it in the wash with other items that I had to wash anyway. So the amount of effort was extremely minimal. Next up is a Mercari sale, Sexy Little Things, Victoria's Secret Racerback Bra. Sold for $19. I have free shipping on Mercari and I do my own shipping, and that sold in 1 day. And the last sale of the fast sales, and then I have a couple of notable sales to share with you. This is a new with tags, Zara kind of faux leather peplum tank top, and it sold for full price of $19. And I got that at the bins, and that was on Poshmark, and that sold same day. So this week I only had one same day sale, where last week I had a lot more, but I did have some notable other sales that I'll share with you, and then I'll go through the numbers. So this notable sale I did share on Instagram, and I have a Macy's liquidation bulk purchase that I have shared a little bit about, and I sold 4 in one order to the same person. That's never happened to me for anything. I think I've had one other person that ordered 3 items and then she returned them all. So I was very upset about that. So this was 4 items from my Macy's liquidation lot. They all sold for full price because they were actually on sale. And the total was $57.60. We did obviously the combined shipping since it was going to the same person. And so because of the weight, because I did tally it all up, normally I do free first class shipping, which all of them would have qualified for, but since I was shipping them all together instead of doing any kind of individual whatever and putting them all together, it ended up being one priority package of like £1 and something, or was it, maybe it was 2 pounds and something. I was kind of worried that I wasn't going to get it to fit in a padded flat rate. So that's why I did regular priority, and they all fit in there and shipped that off. And I think it only cost me $7.25 or something like that. So I thought that was pretty good. So I made a boatload of money on this sale. So that was awesome. And then this is like the big sale of the week. So this, my mom actually bought for me when we were on vacation in Italy and in Florence, and she purchased this. It's Italian leather, 100% genuine, just a beautiful, very soft orange leather jacket. One of my favorite colors is orange. Then my favorite color 100% was orange. And I did wear it a bunch of times, but not as often over the years. And so it was in excellent condition, but it doesn't fit me anymore. And, it's one of those things that I could hang on to. And I think that she would have liked me to hang on to it, but I don't know what I would hang on to it for. And so I don't know that I'd ever get back into it. I really don't have anywhere to wear it. Even leather jackets in Florida don't come in handy very often, let alone a nice brightly colored orange one. And I don't have an office to wear it to. So I decided to sell it. And I think I had it up for over $100, I forget, and the person offered me $100. I debated if I should counter, but in the end I did take the $100 because $100 in my pocket today is better than, not knowing if I'm going to get any dollars in my pocket later. So it did sell on a best offer of $100, and that was actually plus shipping. So I was sad to part with it because it was one of my own pieces, but I was happy to have, a nice $100 sale. And it was a good item. So I'm happy that somebody else will get a chance to like it. So let's go ahead and I don't know how long that took to sell because that was not a fast seller. So it obviously took longer than 2 weeks to sell. So let's go over the numbers. All right, so on Poshmark, I sold a total of 49 items and a total of $781 in sales, which is pretty good and pretty average. On eBay, I sold 28 items, which is down, but a total of $662 in sales, obviously due to some good sellers. In Mercari, 6 items for a total of $123 in sales. So that was really good and kind of back up to where I'd like to see, Mercari being in the $100 to $200 a week range if I can. And so we're at a total of 83 items sold for $1,566 in sales and a gross ASP of $1,887. So it's inching up there. For me, I'm balancing it with clearance items and higher value items. And so I'm just kind of evening out in the middle. So nothing's really that exciting right now because I have all those clearances going on. So hopefully over time, my ASP will just climb higher and higher. Honestly, I don't really care what my ASP is. I just care about total sales and total profit. So even if it was low, it really wouldn't bother me. I think a lot of people are very into their ASP and that's fine. But for me, honestly, I don't care. I mean, obviously a higher one will hopefully lead to higher sales, and the higher your average ASP, maybe the less work you'll have to do to make the same amount of money. But I just want to sell stuff. So it doesn't really matter to me of what type it is. So the rundown as far as how long it's taking things to sell, we're at 11 items sold in less than 2 weeks, which is fine. Again, I'd like to see this really increase in a more consistent way. So we'll see what I can do to increase that other than just sourcing better things. We have 7 items that sold in less than a month in addition to that, 9 items that sold in less than 2 months in addition to that, and then 34 items, so basically half items, are selling from being listed 2 months or longer. So I'd really like to start seeing maybe tracking 6 months, because if I can get everything in and out of the store in 6 months, that would be great. But as I'm going through this clearance, I'm really kind of figuring that, because I buy all seasons and I do list all seasons, you have to give it a good year to cycle through. Because if I buy a Columbia jacket today, we're in May now. Yes, some people will buy them, and I actually sold one this week, a Columbia jacket, but it's not going to be the norm. So, you have to be willing to sit on items through the next season coming through, depending on when you buy. So I'm still kind of working through all of that. Next metric that I've been tracking are my boutique items, my wholesale items. And I sold 11 of them this week, which is very good. Again, between 1 and 2 a day, I'm happy with that. And I sold 17 of my Macy's liquidation. That's why I said it was on fire, because that's inching towards almost 3 a day. So between 2 and 3 a day is wonderful. I am really excited about that purchase. I was able to negotiate a deal a lot less than what I've seen out there, and I may do, because I've had some requests, I may do a specific video on it. I'm not going to give away my source. I don't even know if I'll be able to get this deal again, so I definitely don't want to ruin it for myself just yet. But I can kind of share and shed some light on how it worked, so that if you are interested in something like that, you can definitely pursue it in a general way. So leave me a comment below if you're interested in hearing about Macy's liquidation. Okay, and then just some overall notes. I had the 1 sale over $100. I had 4 sales over $30. I had 1 same-day sale. And then the last note is that I had $311 in a consignment sellback. Now, I did do a specific video on this, and it's going to go up probably this week. I have a little bit of editing to do, and then I will schedule it to go live. So likely it'll go up maybe on Friday. I'm not 100% sure, but that was great because it did not involve eBay, it did not involve Poshmark, it did not involve money going into any of those accounts. It was cash in my hand, and it was fantastic, and it helped me really unload a lot of items. And like I said, I will do the specific video on that and give you more details, but that number is also in addition to, I'm pointing, but you can't see that, in addition to my totals over here. So technically this week I did about $1,800, almost $1,900 in sales when you add in the 311, but I didn't include it here because I want to keep this like just Poshmark, eBay, and Mercari. So that's what I have going on this week. It was a good week. It wasn't a great week. And like I said, I'm still in this transitionary period where I have a lot of things going on, from clearance, from starting to, work through some of this liquidation, still have the boutique items, and, really trying to source smarter and better. So I've got a lot of changes that I'm working on, and I'm trying to implement everything, it seems like, at the same time. But I look forward to sharing all of the tips and tricks that I can with you, and just not even the tips and tricks, but all of the things that I'm experimenting with, because it may spark an idea in you as well to help improve your business. And here at the Reseller Mom Show, we're all about getting more done, making more money, and staying sane while raising kids and reselling online. So I thank you for watching. Leave a comment on your way out, and like this video on your way out. Leave comments with ideas of what you'd like to see in a future video, any comments on the sales that I had here, and if you are interested in hearing a video on Macy's liquidation. That's all I have for you today. Thanks so much, mamas. See you next time. Bye.